Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Back to the channel. It's Michael again. I know it's been a while. Bear with me. As you guys can see from the title of the video, the M2 competition is gone. Okay, and I know some people are big fans of this car, but bear with me. I have a good explanation to it. Okay, so over the winter months, I wasn't using the car that much. Okay, it was mainly packed. The weather wasn't great, and as you guys probably know, rear wheel cars in winter months or when it's wet and the weather is not great, these cars are quite difficult to drive. Okay, on a normal daily use I was absolutely fine, but the only reservation I had with the car over the winter months was the fact that I couldn't really use it as much as I wanted. I couldn't really enjoy the car like I intended to. Okay, so yeah, I had to consider a few options, and obviously you guys know the car market went crazy. I think from around September onwards last year, all the way throughout to the new year. So there were a lot of options. I got quite a lot of offers for the car. As you guys probably know, my car was very well spec'd. It had every single option on the car aside the sunroof. Okay, so it was a full carbon kit, every other option aside the sunroof, which really isn't needed. Okay, so I got quite good offers for the car. I got a great offer to the point where I couldn't say no, and for me that was an opportunity to also start looking for a new car and potentially start a new project with the channel. Okay, another reason why I've not been doing much on the channel as well is because I've been quite busy at work, and it's got more hectic than I expected with regards to work. But now I have some free time, and I'm gonna try as best as I can to bring some content regularly to the channel. Okay, so the M2 competition is gone. It's been quite a few months since it went. At the moment my current car is an Audi A3, 2012. Takes me to work, brings me back home. Nothing fun, but I'm on a hunt for a new car. And as you guys can see from the page, there's always one page I need to start on, which is the BMW configurator. This BMW has some of the great deals when it comes to buy new cars. So for me, there was no other way to start. Obviously, as you guys can see, there are a few options on the BMW website. The perfect replacement for me would have been another M2, but obviously that's not available at the moment. And also, with some of the reasons I've given, I don't think another M2 will be good for the channel at the moment. Reasons being, there's going to be a rear wheel drive car, which in my experience I haven't really got on well with, especially in winter months. So I think to bring something different to the channel, we're going to look at a few options. Okay, so my first option, and one car that has really caught my eye, is the BMW M240i. Personally, I think it's a great car. It's a great looking car. I think for the price, you really can't go wrong. Okay, with regards to that car, it's four-wheel drive, it's compact, it's not as fast as my outgoing BMW M2 Competition, but it's fast enough for daily use and for daily commute. And I think I won't be surprised if it's actually faster than my current M2 or my outgoing M2 Competition. So yeah, so let's start on the configurator with the M240i. Okay, so although the M240i is not a full-fledged M car, for some reason BMW actually puts it in the M category. So I need to just scroll down and find the M category and find that car. So there it is. So it's the M240i. Like I said before, I think it's a great package. It's very similar to my outgoing M2. The only difference is I believe it's four-wheel drive. Still rear wheel biased. You can still have some fun, in the summer months if I need to. But I think for me, that car is definitely an option, and for what I need it for, it's a no-brainer. So let's have a look with regards to options. Okay, right. So let's look with regards to color. white is definitely not an option. Okay, so the color options are Tandanite, I think it's purple it's called. Doesn't reflect well on the screen, but I've seen one in person in a dealership, and I think it's an absolutely incredible color. I think if you're going to buy an M car, you need to go all out. Okay, you need to make sure the color stands out. So I think for me, that color, the Tandanite, purple or violet I believe it's called, is definitely an option. Okay, black, not really a fan of black cars, so I'll take that out. Red, I'm not sure about the red. Okay, so let's go to the next one. This is called mineral white. It looks okay, but not really an option for me. Blue is a color I always go for. I've always gone for blue colors in most of the cars I've had previously. So blue is definitely an option for me. And the Portimao blue, definitely a great color. I've seen a few pictures of that color on YouTube with other YouTubers, and you know, obviously in a different car, but I think on that it will look incredible as well. And the final color option is Brooklyn Gray. I've heard amazing things about the Brooklyn Gray, and it's more like a Nardo Gray, like in Audis, and I've seen these Nardo Grays in Audi cars. I think it looks incredible. So I would say the options I have with regards to color are probably the purple, Portimao blue, and the Brooklyn metallic. Okay, my option will be the purple. I'll go for that. Alloy wheels, I like a dark finish alloy wheel, so it has to be that. Interior, plain black, would look great. Let's look at that one. Do you know what? The cognac, whatever color that is, I think it looks good. Let's have a look at the interior properly. Okay, right, you know what, I'll go for the cognac. I think it stands out, it kind of lightens up the interior of the car, so I'm gonna go for that. Next option with regards to the interior trims, I'm gonna go for aluminium trim. And as you guys can see at the moment, the price stands at almost £50,000, which I think for what you get for this car, it's an amazing, you know, deal. Okay, and with regards to, I know there's not a lot of deals going on with regards to buying new cars, but with BMW you always get some kind of dealer contribution. So I guess if I'm interested in a car, I just have to kind of contact the rightful dealers and start to make a deal. Okay, there are additional packages that you can get for these cars. Okay, so let's have a look at what the options are. Technology pack, I think that has to do with, let's have a quick look. Okay, performance under extreme condition braking, driving cooling. Okay, all right, I'm not really sure what the tech pack does, so I mean, for the price I will add it. I'm not really sure what it's doing, but we'll add okay, so the next pack I will probably add will be the comfort pack. So it is basically electric seats, comfort access for the boot, and for opening the car as well. So yeah, that's an option that I will go for. Let's see if there's more options. Okay, I prefer packages instead of selecting individual options, so let's go with that. Parking assistant, storage for wireless charging, not really. I've had wireless charging on the previous M2, and to be honest with you guys, I probably used that once or twice, so I think I will pass on that. So I think I'll pass on this pack. The parking assistant plus, yeah, the 3D camera I think is very useful. I still don't think you need it on a car this size because it's quite small and I think easy to park, so I'll probably leave it on that. So if I were to get the M240i, this will be my spec. Okay, and if you look at the numbers there, very similar to the M2 I just showed. So 4.3 seconds acceleration, which I personally think is more than fast enough, you know, for daily commute. It's four-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. So yeah, it's definitely an option I'll be looking at. Okay, definitely an option I'll be looking at. I think it looks great. I think it's a great car for what you get, and definitely something I'd consider for the channel. Okay, so let's go to the next car. So another car I'm looking at is the Golf R. Okay, it's the current Mark 8 Golf R. Okay, so let's go to the VW configurator. Right, the reason I'm considering this car is, personally, I think it looks incredible. Okay, I think it looks incredible. I think you can easily, if you spec this car well, it can be under 40 grand. That's basically a basic spec with no options at all, and I still think you get a great deal for the car. Okay, I think this car has a 2-liter engine, 4-wheel drive. I would say it's rear wheel bias. It's similar to the Audi Quattro system. Okay, it's 4-wheel drive, 5 passengers. I think it looks great. It starts at about £40,000 if it's not gone up already, with everything going up. But yeah, I think that's definitely an option for the garage. Okay, the only reservation I have is, in my history of owning 2-door cars, I've never really had anyone, or in my history of owning 4-door cars, I've never really had anyone sit in the back seat of the car. So normally I'm not very keen about getting Golf Rs. I've had a Golf R in the past, which I absolutely loved and adored. But I think this takes it to the next level. Okay, with regards to this Golf R. So let's build one. So as you guys can see, it starts at 42,190, and I'm pretty sure that has gone up, because at launch this car was under £40,000 with no options. So it's definitely gone up. Okay, let's build one. Right, so this is what the basic spec of this car is. I think basic spec looks really good. I like the standard wheels. I think this paint is flat white, so you guys can see the details there. It's 320 horsepower. I've seen several videos of people thinking this car has about 350 horsepower because of how fast it is. Okay, I think it'll probably be on par with the M2 Ti, but with regards to mid-range pull and probably torque, the M2 Ti will definitely be faster. Okay, off the line, M2 Ti will be faster as well. But I think with regards to, you know, day-to-day use, these two cars are not on par, but they are on par with regards to, I guess, power usability, you can call it. Okay, right, so let's start with that. So we go with the basic engine. Let's go to the paint choice. Paint choice for me is straightforward. There's not many options, so I definitely go for the lapis blue premium. I think it always looks great on a Golf R. Next choice, the interior. Let's have a look. I kind of like this interior, the blue gray stitch interior. I think goes well with this car, so I will stick with that. The wheel options. Let's look at what we've got. That looks like a GTI wheel option, so that's a no for me. Let's look at the next wheel option. That's an all black wheel. I'm not really a big fan of black wheels because I think it doesn't really set the car apart, so black wheels is not an option for me. So I would go for that. I think that looks really good. It's a diamond cut wheel. What's it called? Estoril. So it's slightly expensive, £880, but I think it sets up the car quite well, so we'll stick with that one. Right, and options. So there are a lot of options. So at the moment, as you guys can see, 43,000, almost £44,000 with this spec, and I've barely added anything. It's crazy that a Golf R is now, you know, almost £44,000 brand new. Okay, so let's look at the options we have. Pan roof. I've had a car with a pan roof. In the past, I rarely used it. The reason why I'm saying I rarely use it is because we are in England. You know, you rarely get any sun or sunshine. So but the only difference now is because the car has such a dark interior, I think the sunroof will set it off quite well. So that's definitely an option I'll be looking at. So we will, this time I'll go with the sunroof. The winter pack I think is definitely a yes for me. Okay, heated seats in England, because most of the time it's cold. Yeah, definitely something that has to be on the car. So that stays. I think for the passengers, I'll leave that, because people rarely sit in the back seat of most of my cars, so I'll probably leave that. Digital key, not really for me, so let's go to the driving assistance. Dynamic chassis control, definitely. I think sets the car apart. It gives you the option to kind of make the car comfortable or kind of make it sporty if you need to. So on my previous Golf R, I did not spec that option, and that's something I always regretted, so I'm gonna go for that. Head-up display, I think there's already a digital display in the car, so I'll probably leave that. Rear camera, definitely a must in a car this size, so we're gonna go for that. Right, let's go for the exterior. As much as I would love an Akrapovic exhaust on my car, I really can't afford to justify the price at the moment. And as you guys can see, it's almost 3,000 or 3,000 and a little bit more pounds. So I'll probably leave that. If I did get it, they are slightly cheaper aftermarket exhausts, which will be quite good. So I will leave that option. Right. Discover Pro standard. Voice activation, not really needed. Napa leather, no. Side assist, front assist, not really needed. So let's go to the summary. So that's the final price. So I think I've got a decent spec car, and we can go through what I added. So I chose the paint option, interior leather, blue, so black. Wheels, I chose the panoramic roof, winter pack, that's the heater seat. I think that's a great spec, and it comes to £46,400. Okay, and maybe possibly with a £2,000 dealer contribution, that will make it slightly easier to kind of digest it down. The fact that a Golf R is almost £47,000, you can say. So yeah, the Golf R is definitely an option. Okay, so that's my second option. So the next car I am looking at, very unlikely, but I'm very keen to get one of these. Reason being, the sort of hype about this car has been incredible. I can't tell you guys how many countless videos I've watched of this car, and if I can get one, I definitely will, and I think it's definitely within budget. Okay, although prices have gone slightly high, I think it's still within budget. So the next option is the GR Yaris from Toyota. Okay, I think this is an incredible car. Okay, the hype around this car cannot cannot justify how this car looks, how fast it goes, what you're getting for your money. Okay, so as far as I know, is a homologation of the Yaris for the WRC, so rallying basically. Okay, it's a special little car. Not many of these cars are made in people's lifetime. So for me, it's an incredible opportunity to get one of these. Unfortunately, as you guys probably know, the waiting time is ludicrous. A year plus to get one of these, or you can go to the used market where you're likely to get one for between 35 and between 35 and 40,000 pounds. So that's definitely an option for me. Okay, so let's have a look. So starting price 32,000, I think £100 it says. So this car comes with a 1.3 litre engine, apparently 1.6 litre engine, sorry, apparently the fastest 1.6 litre engine in the world at the moment. Produces 257 horsepower, which I think is more than enough. Okay, but the best thing about this car, I think, is the size, the weight, and how fast you can go. And it comes with a manual gearbox, which is even better. Okay, so let's look at our options. So it just comes with one engine, so we just select that. So these are the three options you get with a GIRS. You get a standard basic option, okay, where you get a cast black wheel. Okay, you get kind of a rally suspension, basic rally suspension you can call it, a McPherson front suspension, which should be good enough for normal day-to-day use. Okay, so that shouldn't be too bad. And then you've got a convenience pack, and as the name implies, for convenience, so you've got sat-nav navigation, you've got an upgraded sound system, the wheels stay the same as the basic option, you get head-up display, you get parking sensors, you know, things that you need to make your drive comfortable on a day-to-day basis. Okay, and the last, which for me is the option that every single person who gets the GIR should go for, is the circuit pack. Okay, it comes with a BBS forged alloy wheels. I've seen one of those wheels in person, looks incredible. You've got four-wheel drive, front and rear torsion limited slip differential, incredible as well. And the best part is circuit tuned. The suspension is tuned for the circuit, so it's tuned for on-road use and for the circuit and for rallying as well, so, which is incredible. You get red brake calipers, you get four-wheel drive switch mode, okay, which I think is incredible. So you get quite a lot of options. So the main reason for this option is if you intend to kind of track this car or go for more sporty drives, then that's the option for you. And with regards to values in the future, I think the circuit packs will hold their values better than all the other packs. Okay, so my option personally will be the circuit pack. Right, so now we've got a circuit pack. Let's look at the options we have. Okay, with regards to colors, there's only a few. There's pure white, there's black. I've seen the black in person. Although I'm not a big fan of black colors, I think the black on the GIRs looks incredible. This I don't know how to describe it, but let's just leave it at that. You just have to see it in person. The black is an option for me. The red, I've seen one as well. I wasn't a big fan of the red, but I've started seeing a few on the road, and I think the red is a great option as well. And the pearlescent, is it the pearlescent paint? So it's basically a white color with a pearlescent feature to it, the pearlescent, you know, tint to it, you can call it. Okay, and you can see the price, £36,530, which is quite a lot for a GIRS, but I think the legacy this car will hold is more valuable than what Toyota is charging us for this car. Okay, right, so color options, I will go for black. Okay, yeah, I'll go for the black color because I've seen it in person. I think it looks incredible, so I would definitely go for, well, for now I'll go for the black. If I was to get it, who knows, that might change. Okay, so we'll go for the black. Yeah, so we'll go for the black. Yeah, and I think with regards to the GIRs, that's basically the options you get. You get to choose the options you want. So you get to choose out of three options, which is the basic pack, the convenience pack, and the circuit pack, and you get to choose the color. That's as much as you get with regards to the configurator. And I think that kind of summarizes why this car is absolutely, I think is an absolute genius by Toyota to even decide to build this car. It's very simple, straightforward, small engine, big power, manual gearbox, impractical in the back. You know, it's a fun car for twisty road, and this is definitely one of the highest options on my list at the moment for the car. So that will be my spec for the GIRs if I were to.